swimming in pitch black at 3:45 a.m. in a reservoir did definitely scare me. And obviously when you're swimming, you're alone. You get to spend a lot of time with your own thoughts. I guess the thing that was going through my mind at first was making sure I had everything planned for the next 40 or 50 hours. That only really took up maybe 20 minutes of my time. And then after that, I started to just sing the Pina Colada song on repeat, just that one sentence. If you like Pina Colada. I don't know any of the other lyrics, but that's literally just what was playing in my head for the next 2 hours. And it kind of, acted as a calming effect as well. After finishing the swim and just taking that first step on the dirt, my only thought process was, let's get to the car, because I just need to keep this momentum going. I don't want to stop. The time's on, the clock's ticking. There's only 3 disciplines in a triathlon and I've already finished one. Wasn't really thinking about what was to come, but I've ticked off one of 3 disciplines. Oh, it was definitely hot. It's literally like a boxing fight with the sun and I just needed to get to the 12th round. And basically just trying to endure that physical and emotional demand from the sun sucking everything out of you is really hard. After I got off the bike, I'd say I didn't have a sense of victory. I had a sense of relief because that was definitely the hardest Everesting bike challenge I've done. The most difficult leg of the whole challenge was coming up. So I really did take the last couple laps really seriously to try and plan everything and just to make sure that, I'm kind of mentally prepared for the run leg, which is going to take 24 hours. So we started at just before 9, super scared, but super pumped. I had this little crew of maybe 12 people starting. Last leg of the actual event, I kind of survived on the bike. As we went on, everything was good. We were just walking down, taking it easy. And then Tim, who was the only person that wasn't running with us, and we came up this one time and he's like, hey man, I don't have good news for you. I'm like, well, what happened? And he just showed me the bomb radar and this massive red patch. And I was like, what does red mean? And he's like, not good. There's no way we could run on this after it rained or through the rain just because it's a trail. At that point, it was kind of like, yeah, shit, what do we do? We, just jumped in the car and kind of just went in and out of sleep. And, I kind of woke up and I was just thinking to myself, fuck, it's all over. What do I do? I've had setbacks in the past with challenges, but nothing to this extent where, it's not even my body, it's external factors that are going to be the decider between finishing and not finishing. And for some reason, Rory called me at 3. I answered and he's like, hey man, what's up? And I was like, why are you calling me? And we just started talking about it. Literally, everyone else is asleep. It's still storming. There's lightning everywhere. The more I talked to him, the more I kind of began to find some clarity with my thoughts. And yeah, that's when I decided I need to finish this for me, but more importantly for everyone else. So there was no way I was going to stop. And so we just thought about what we could do. And the only thing we could do was just run on the road. This is the only option I had. So I called my mate Shane, who was in the car behind me. I just said, this is the game plan. I need you to give me a lift down to the bottom of Mount Cootha. I'm going to start running up. And he's like, oh, okay. And that's how it all happened. It was still raining. It was 4 a.m. in the morning. Everyone's kind of dazed and confused. And yeah, literally just started running up Mount Cootha. I felt pretty good probably to around 4 p.m. where that's when I really had to start convincing myself not to stop. And at that point, I didn't even know what car to get into. So there's a guy that can't even figure out what car has been taking him halfway down Cootha for 50 laps, trying to figure out how many laps he has left to do. But when there was 10 laps to go, I thought there was 4 laps to go. And so there was 4 laps to go for the next 4 hours. But because it's such a long event, even though it's only 8 laps, it's single digits. Those single digits add up to 3 or 4 hours. It was so mentally tough to count down. And when you're in the single digits, it's hard not to count down. Reached 8,848 and I just collapsed. Now that sense of accomplishment kicked in, that victory. Yeah, I was just we did it. Just such a big emotional build-up of just seeing so many people come as one to support me and support this community was just something, a memory I will never forget.